So
Okay.
anyway, how are you, Rob? Good to see you.
Good to see you too. What's going on, my brother?
Well, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having
I've
me.
been doing this for a couple of years now. I'm over 100 episodes now, so
Okay. Well,
yeah.
you about to blow up now, baby.
Well, I don't know. We're gonna find out.
About to
So, what's
boom.
going on with you, man?
Nothing much. Me and my wife having our third child. As you know, we all started, and um, thanks to you, we all worked at down in
Ruby's in
Chinatown at
Chinatown.
Susie's, and I just saw Shay and Erica, and everyone still keeps in touch with one
Nice.
another. So I have no complaints.
So, for all those who don't know, I used to run restaurants, and Rob was part of my crew way back in the day.
Way back.
Yeah, it seems like two lifetimes ago.
Yeah, we won't get into it all. So
Right. So,
yeah.
what are you doing these
How
days?
you doing, man?
I'm good, man. You know, I was out west for a little while.
Okay.
I was in Colorado, so that didn't work out there chasing love. So I've been back about 2 years now. So
Oh, back over on this side.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I came back in June of 2020.
Okay. All right.
Oddly enough, some people still think I'm out west, but now I'm back on the East Coast. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. How was it out west
yeah.
though? The sunshine was beautiful. I know it had to be.
Yeah, Colorado was a nice place. And if it weren't for the pandemic, I probably would have stayed out there. But I moved out there because of a lady, and didn't work out. So
Hey,
I came back.
can we curse on this channel?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, shit happens, man. I mean,
Yeah, shit does happen.
I know what you're gonna do. Hey, man, we put
Right,
our best foot forward, and sometimes things work out themselves out. Sometimes they don't. And
right.
depending on how y'all left the relationship, maybe something might happen in the future, maybe not. So, we just keep it moving.
Right now, at this point, it is what it is, as the saying goes. So it's all good.
Yeah. So what's the
Yeah.
first topic you want to hit? What you want to anything specifically you want to discuss or
So what's your take on? I mean, because this is cycled back into the news again. Will Smith and Chris Rock. What's your take on that?
um I think my brother just had a momentary lapse in judgment, man.
Sure.
As all of us are well known, we've never known Will Smith to be that aggressive. I mean, I saw where one time this reporter tried to kiss him or something. He stopped the reporter. Okay, dude, that's you supposed to do that. You don't let no man
Yeah, that's a little different.
that's due diligence. But on this one, I think there was a lapse of judgment. I believe that that's something that he could have pulled Chris back stage to the side, like, hey man, listen man, my wife's going through alopecia, whatever. I don't appreciate the jokes. We didn't appreciate that. That wasn't cool. You know, perhaps being the gentleman that I know Chris Rock to be, not knowing him personally, he may have came out and said, hey, you know what? The other night on the Grammys, I said something that Will and JD didn't agree with, alopecia or hair being bald. He may have apologized for that publicly, um, without Will having to take the extra step. Whether
Right.
to say that Chris should have lashed out at him or something like that, that's to the individual. You know, for most folks, you know, whether you're on stage live or not, when somebody puts their hands on you, we've all been taught since we were children. You don't let nobody do that to you.
Right.
But
Exactly.
in that setting on that stage, I think Chris Rock did the right thing, let that thing go, let it die down. Um, Unfortunately, it was a bad look for us all. Uh, but I think it's one of those things. Those brothers are they'll probably make amends.
Okay.
I'd like to hope that they will make amends. I mean, it's hard to make amends with
Right.
somebody that put their hands on you, but I had fights and scraps with some of the people that's my friends today. Those things happen, but that was in a different setting in a different time. So
This much is very, very true. So, have you had a chance to actually hear the apology that Will Smith put out a couple of days ago?
Uh, I heard that he apologized, but um, these guys are millionaires and they have publicists and they have a lot more going on in their lives that we don't have to worry about um, image and this sort of thing. So whether to say if it was a genuine apology or not, I really don't know or care. You know, if he called that man personally and said, "Hey, Chris, listen, man," that's one thing. To come out with a public apology and come out with an apology for the public, that was for the public. What I need to
Okay,
know
fair
is that
enough.
he called that man and talked to that man, or went and seen that man, or had that man come see. You know what I'm saying? That's where
Right.
you get the real whether it was genuine or not. Because he put out a public statement saying that he was sorry and on camera and all that. No, did you call that man personally and talk to him and let him know that you know you're sorry for what you did? That's so. I don't know that, so I can't really speak on it. But I mean, the gesture was good, I suppose. But I knew that was going to be coming with all the backlash that he got. With the can't go back to the Grammys for 10 years or something like that or something. So he knew something was coming.
Correct. Correct. So,
But yeah,
yeah, moving on to the next topic. I see that you're sporting your jersey there. So,
a little something, something.
no. Actually, I mean, like you're a Washington fan. What's your take on the whole name change? Because I've had
Well,
three name changes in the last 2 years, or three names.
John,
So,
John,
break it down for me, Rob.
I don't know if you can see this here, but you know these right here.
Oh
I
yeah.
no, we might have copyright infringement. Let me not do that.
Oh no, no, you're
I'm having a faithful
good.
shot, right? And okay, I never knew that red skin was egregious to my Native
Native
American
Americans.
brothers and sisters, right?
Right. Mhm.
So I understand why they wanted the name change. But what hurt me the most, and nobody has talked about it, is the fact that that's the only color of person of color that we had on the helmet. We have pirates, we have bears, we have tigers, we have name it. But to have that, what I perceived as a dark skinned chief with the feathers and everything um, representation on a helmet meant a lot to me. Um, I wish they didn't have to take that away. Okay, change the name, but to keep the logo of that Native American on there was important to me. To have a person of color represented in the National Football League was important to me. You know,
I
um,
see. That's pretty interesting because you know what? I never looked at it that way, but I mean, everybody's got a different way of looking at things, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I do this show because I like to get different people's points of views because everybody's gonna have a different point of view or different approach in terms of
right?
how they see things.
Yeah, that kind of hurt when they took that logo away, and I saw that W on there. And the first thing I thought to myself was, we already have a curly W. We don't need another W to represent a Washington team. We have that with
Correct.
our baseball team.
Hmm.
Um, you know, with some of my descendants, great greats, being of Native American, African culture mixing. Um, I like the idea of having that Indian on there with that big nose and
Right.
defined cheekbones and what have you,
Okay.
representing a lot of us. I mean, not just for African Americans, but Mexicans and people of Puerto Rican descent. I mean, being a Native American means a lot to a lot of different people, and to have that face taken off was kind of devastating. And we didn't care about the name. We shouldn't be degrading anyone, um, calling them lesser ran like nigger, negro. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be tolerated. I agree with that 100%. And I never knew that. Grew up as a child being a Skins fan. I never knew that was offensive. But
Right,
when they
right.
dropped that logo, that took a whole another dynamic away from me because I'm looking around the league like I don't see where anybody else is being represented of a person of color um, in the league as far as helmets are concerned, as far as the logo is concerned. You know,
You bring out a good point there. You bring out like a really good point. So,